Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. Today we continue our North Carolina trip where we spectated streetcar bragging rights and had a number of podcasts with some locals. We sat down with Henry Pitzer for a couple of hours to chat about his builds, his time in the industry, and more. We're figuring out this camera thing still. We'll get a quick tour of everything that we talked about real quick and see what's next.
Growing up, I never really had a space to put anything in New York. You're dealing with maybe a small single car garage. Dropped transmissions in the IS onto my chest and then onto a skateboard to then move.
Single reason why I ended up with a two-post lift.
You can be very effective with a two-car garage.
Heck yeah! I gotta pull a car out. I can still do everything I need to in terms of pull a motor in here. It's not that I just don't want to get on my back anymore.
Well, especially a rotary, right? You just rip that out with 2 hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I can deadlift that thing. Let's go.
What'd you say it weighs all said and done?
So all said and done, and again, this is the internet, so I could be completely wrong to an extent, but anywhere between 250 and 300 pounds fully dressed, which is just incredible.
Right.
I mean, it's a 1.3 liter. You put that in a motorcycle. There is not much there, which is an incredible statement on the efficiency side of things, because obviously when you're dealing with a regular engine, you're converting lateral motion to longitudinal, and you're always, so obviously you're moving pistons, which are moving a crankshaft, which are then turning.
So I have to jump in here and say, Henry is an engineer type, so you will definitely, if you like smart people, this episode's going to be the one for you, so.
Yeah, it might get a little boring, sorry.
I can assure you it was not boring.
This, you're starting with, what is it, ladder, whatever motion makes sense there. And you're moving it in this direction, you're moving straight to the flywheel, which is them. So you're not translating power at all, so there's no power lost. So you can make more with them. They're cool. This is a piston from the IS, which you will get to learn about here soon. This is what I just completely destroyed, and if you know what that looks like, it's oil starvation. And that's one of the bearings that did survive.
We'll zoom in on that.
Yeah, that's a good one. No, my finger's still, it's coming off with just material. IS usually sits right there. Right now, yes, this emptiness in my,
we'll Photoshop
garage.
We should spend a full day just getting a list together like this, Dan.
It's helpful, actually. It helps me bring stuff down
I've
my
seen
mind.
them dry erase on the windshields too in shops. I think that's really cool.
I do like that a lot.
Yeah.
Being able to just list out, especially because especially in a shop, you're moving car to car to car.
Yeah.
Sometimes just having that quick little reference, okay, I did that. Okay, understood. Move on, right? Mm-hmm. That's a good one. You remember Texas 2K, obviously. So remember Houston Models or whatever his name is, James Kim, he runs it.
Yeah.
He became a really good friend of mine at Texas 2K. Throughout those weekends, because I'm there the entire show, kept just going back. Every time I'm walking between Sissio and the track, I keep passing this. Every pass, I'm like, okay, give me that one. All right, fine, give me that one. It was to the point where this guy, he found me in another stall while we were both taking poops at Texas 2K, and he's got a car under here, and he's like, yo, you want to buy this one? I'm like, yo, dude, stop, get away from me. But anyway, great friend that I've made. He has an RX-7 too. He's a cool guy. The Liberty Walk kit stuff is kind of cool. Thought about it with this car. It's just one of those kits that the car has to be absolutely slammed to work well.
Yeah.
And it's so long because it's meant to mimic a silhouette kit from the Porsche silhouette cars. I just can't imagine driving it and not destroying it and not being worried about the car.
Constantly terrified. That's the problem. We see a lot of guys that just their stuff never sees any miles because they're terrified. It turns into art piece.
I like driving these things. That's why it's got an OEM from bumper and all the fun things. The idea of this is to be a simple, clean setup. Everything that I build is usually OEM plus to an extent. It's a little dusty right now because it hasn't rained in a little while because I blew some Apex seals as the coronation for any RX-7 owner.
You're an official owner now.
Yes, exactly. I've done it. 275 square on T37s that are 18 by 10.5 plus 22. So they're large. Obviously, it's missing the elbow here because we were doing some testing, some compression testing and stuff like that. But when this was together, everything was Cerakoted pretty nicely. Pretty much finally got it all sorted and happy. Yeah, it's not the prettiest right now, but like I said, it's silver under the wrap. And it's kind of nice that it's wrapped that I can really beat it up. This was actually orange at one point, and I had a buddy, Dylan. He painted it and did all these cool little things on the side, and he was having some fun. It was a neat thing. But yeah, simple setup. I've got some carbon inserts to get rid of this crap and all that. When the motor comes out, I get to play with it. I guess I can tell you, it doesn't matter. I'm going to paint the car Bayside blue.
Okay.
We've been going back and forth. I've been trying to choose colors for the longest time, looking at all these
Okay, so
Porsche
I didn't
colors.
ask you this during the episode. Bayside blue, is that the R34 color?
Yes.
Okay, got
yeah,
it.
so it's got a lot of flake in it. It's beautiful color. And I kept looking at all these greens. Fjord green was the green that I was really leaning towards, the Porsche color. And I just kept coming back to how angry I'd be if I painted this car and liked it less than how I like this color now.
Yeah.
So that's what really the thing that bothers me about this is the fact that it's a wrap, not the color. I love the color. In the meantime, we're gonna paint the bay when the motor's out, and like I said, we're doing 8474 big single kit. Right now, it's got the Pettit Racing stuff on it. We're gonna pull that apart and pretty much just set this thing up to go. I'm gonna tuck a lot of this stuff. You'll see in my IS when you see it eventually. Everything's tucked, everything's shaved, everything's welded, everything's painted, everything's like. I'm anal. So I want to make this like that car.
Okay.
And it's gonna take some time, but
5 years later.
I'm all for it. It's a fun setup. I'll show you a couple other things in the back and stuff, but I do want to show you the sound system. I'm pretty proud of that, especially because I just wasn't into wiring before this. But yeah, back setup through the battery in the rear, which is there's a company called JP3 Motorsports. Super awesome guys. It's awesome to see like innovation like still coming out. For cars of this age, so like, batteries hidden back here, you'd never see it, and it's simple little things like that. Just it's still drivable. Everything works. Everything's there. It was, or rather, it would start right now. I could start it. It's just not.
Yeah.
It's just not a good idea.
Blows a little more smoke than normal.
Yeah, it blows a little more smoke than normal, and I'd rather just not annoy the neighbors. My one neighbor, I was actually like burping the coolant system after I did all the work and stuff like that. And I actually just put a straight pipe on it. It's fully like a 4-inch. It's like apparently the only one in the country. It's a 4-inch stillway exhaust on this thing, and it's the entire way through. It's loud. I'm just at the front of the car. It's just blah, 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 doing the thing. And all I see is this old man walking with a cane up, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I am probably way too loud. Like, and he comes up and he's like, hey, like, and I'm like, oh my God, hey, I'm so sorry. I can't turn it off yet. It hasn't burped yet. Give me 2 minutes, right? So we're like kind of talking loud over this thing. Finally, I shut it down. He's like, hey man, like, and at the time it was smoking like hell because I had everything kind of undone and it was still in here on jack stands. And typically it doesn't, it usually just goes out the back. It's not a lot. But at the time, I also didn't have the map sensor hooked up, so it wasn't running perfect, whatever. He comes and he's like, hey man, like, I'm 96 years old and I have made it this far. And like, I have a little office in my garage. He shares the other side of here. He's like, I have a little office in my garage and I sit out there and he's like, if I die to like fumes, that'd be kind of lame at this point in my life. I'm like, oh my God, I totally get it. He's like, if you can, just pull it out when you do that. I'm like, I'm in. I'm sorry. Super cool guy, but yeah, this thing can make some pretty awful smells. It's the smelliest car that I've ever driven, that's for sure.
Well, you're burning a quart and making 3 miles per gallon. Yeah, they tend to.
They are the worst. You know what their combat was to the gas mileage in these things? It's got a 20-gallon fuel tank.
Oh.
Yeah, it's huge. But I will show you the sound system quick in the Apple CarPlay. You have to slam that. Everything in this car you have to slam.
I saw you slam the door earlier.
Oh, I
like
damn near am like freaking like every time people are like, are you pissed? I'm like, no, it's the only way to shut it. Like look at this. Like these are things that I'm really excited to finally like do when the time comes. Like obviously this cubby thing is just gone, but like. You know what I mean? It's so cool. I love this car, but it is.
Hold on. Let's get it to ASMR.
It's like, oh man. Every time you close the door from the inside, you open the door enough to just grab it from here, because if you grab it from here, it's like you'll start pulling stuff like apart. This gauge hood is cracked to all hell. You'll see. It's just every time that an interior panel comes out of this car, less interior panels go back in. Because it's falling apart. They are so cool.
Are you sold on having an RX-7 in that van?
I absolutely am, because it sounds like my 86 Turbo Coupe, my 93 Cobra, any 90s, anything that I have.
These are things that's nice because you can expand on them, you can make them better, and you have like a lot of routes to do that. So to me, it's cool because I have the opportunity to do something different. That's something I always say when it comes to like RX-7s and cars like this. Like if you're an owner that can't really work on your car, it's just not the car for you, because you're constantly going to be bringing it to the shop. which you hear a noise, you bring it to a shop. It sits there for a week until they can work on it. Finally, they can work on it. They find out if something silly, like a vacuum hose or something came out, whatever it might be. They plug it back in. You get the car back. You drive it for 3 days. It makes a noise. You bring it back to the shop. You never drive your car. You spend a lot of money on it, and you don't understand why. Whereas if you know what you're looking at, you know that it takes 2 seconds to just throw that back on.
That's fair.
And those are the things that you just don't understand without. You just got to know those things going in, and then they're great. Otherwise, you'll hate them. It's just one of those things. And if you're not ready for that, or if you don't want to deal with it, it's just not the car. That is, I gotta just unplug that.
Yeah, you did annoying thing. I just gotta get rid of that.
Yeah, that's the airbag sound when the light won't come on. It says, "Hey, dude, like your airbags aren't up." Cool. Also,
forklift certified.
Nice.
oh, it's also kind of neat. Check it out.
Working
If you
on safe.
put them down and up, they change colors.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, wow.
I liked. A lot of the guys kind of gave me some crap because I put the singled in.
Yeah, I like that though.
CarPlay.
It keeps it.
It
right?
keeps it kind of fresh.
Yeah.
Less like it's. I don't want all the big screens and stuff like. And if I wanted, I could turn that down. Yeah, 6.5-inch door speakers. I did rear speakers back here. It's funny. Like you have to get different panels and stuff like that to have the speaker set up because this was a touring model. The touring model has like the roof stuff, but it also has like these rear bins, which are technically like I guess rare. Some of them had. Some of them had like actual seats back here, but here they have bins. In my bins, I'm utilizing
Actual seats is hilarious.
Yeah, I don't understand how anybody could fit back there. But these little side mount things, it's crazy how expensive stuff for RX-7s are. Those side mount like deals, they're like $1,000. And like then I sold my ones for like $600, and they weren't even in great shape. So I have 6x9s in the back, 6.5-inch door speakers, like Polk speakers with like some tweeters in there. Eventually, I want to make some mounts to put tweeters there. I just started getting into the sound stuff. I'm not really. To me, I just need. I was putting a JBL speaker. I knew that when I was doing the V mount, that was the time that I was doing the battery, and when I was doing the battery, that's when I was going to wire it all. And I did it, and then it blew up.
Anything else you want to show us before we get taken off?
Man, this is the spot. I want to show you the IS. Yeah, it looks something like that. Oh, there's that 997. Remember that LS 997 I was talking about? Yeah. That's the car. It was on. Oh, and that's the IS on Regamasters. This is the RX-7 before I owned the RX-7. I've owned both these cars now for. I've never even had pictures of them both together outside of the garage. That's the Sorted or Not TV show that we were talking about a little bit. The IS is right behind Amelia there. This was right after COVID. That's my buddy's R30. One of my buddies R34. My other buddy's R34.
So this is not AI?
This is not AI. That's Chester. Chester passed away. He was an awesome dude. Great in the community. Got a buddy behind with his RB26 300CX, and then me in the corner. Oh, that's Sorted on Track. Tanner Faust driving.
We'll be back soon.
Yeah, whether you're here, whether we're somewhere. I do want to do some cross-country drives with the IS eventually.
Okay. Come to Minnesota. There's so much to do.
This is just the beginning. So I appreciate you guys for coming. This is going to be...
We'll do that.
I'm excited.
Where can people find you?
I am Henry JZX on Instagram. I'm Henry JZX on YouTube as well as The Speed Culture. It's all one channel. I post there every single week. I post on Instagram multiple times a week. And then I have a Facebook, and I'm just Henry Pitzer. That's just me, and it's just my life.
Thanks again for watching the show, guys. Be sure to go into the description down below and check out all of our sponsors. They are what make this show possible. It allows us to travel the country and talk to some really cool guests. So be sure to check them out, support them just like you support us, and see y'all next time.